camera it is. And Fear, in fact, is the first to show ahead. Fear, number 14, the grey, as they make their way now towards the first of 17 fences. Coming in to jump this fence now, Fear with Don Fezard right up there on the inside. At the first, where Go Gailey makes a bit of a mistake, that's last but one, and Besant is last of all, but there are no fallers. Quickly on to the second, with Don Fezard in the lead. Royal Judgement nodded a bit there, a slight mistake, but gets away with it. So to the third, and it's Don Fezard and Fear, and just one or two have to reach for that fence, but there are still no fallers at all. So on settling down at the end of the first 3 furlongs or so of this novices chase, the running is being made by Don Fezard, with Amberson now having moved up into second place, depriving Fear of third. The favourite Doddington Park has settled down in fourth. Then comes Royal Judgement. After these on the inside, Ballygarvey. Then comes Queer Hours. Behind Queer Hours is Sareen River. Then Even Gamble. The last two at the moment are Besant and finally Go Gailey. Nearing the fourth fence now, the pond fence. Coming to jump the pond now. And here it was Amberson, in fact, who landed in the lead. The faller is Sareen River. Sareen River falls at the pond fence. The horse unscathed, and in fact, the jockey Mick Murphy, he's quickly on his feet as well. So both up armed there. Don Fezard, the early leader, meantime makes a mistake at that fence. You just saw him jump. And it's Amberson who remains in the lead, with Doddington Park now moving up to take second as they come to the first of the open ditches. Amberson over in the lead. Doddington Park and Fear dispute second at that fence. After these three are Queer Hours over on the far side, then Don Fezard just in your picture in 5. In 6 places Royal Judgement, 7 Ballygarvey, 8 Besant, 9 Even Gamble, and a remote 10th and last is Go Gailey. Passing the post then for the first time, one complete circuit to go in this Beech Open Novices chase. And it's Amberson, number 7, out in front, making the running, followed by Doddington Park now, the favourite who's gone a clear second. In third is Queer Hours, nearest the rails. 4, the early leader, Fear, together with Royal Judgement. After these, Ballygarvey and then Besant. After this group are Even Gamble and Don Fezard. And completely out of it now is Go Gailey. Racing now downhill towards the 7th of the 17. This is a plain fence, the downhill one. And the leaders beginning to bunch up somewhat now. Those leaders are still Amberson, Doddington Park, Queer Hours, and Royal Judgement at the fence now. And Amberson, a good leap at that fence to gain another length or two in the air at it. Doddington Park remains in second, but Queer Hours is making ground all the while on the inside, very close up in third now. Royal Judgement, though, still with him. These are the first 4. In your picture now in 5th is Besant, who's made progress. Now to the first of the 7 railway fences. This is the 8th. And over the 8th, Royal Judgement, in fact, has gone right up on the outside now to show in front for the first time. This next fence is another plain one, and after jumping it, just looking back at the back markers, there are no fallers amongst them, but Fear has lost a lot of ground. That's now last but one. Meantime, at the next, which is the last of the ditches, and Amberson has gone a spectacular fall at the open ditch. Fear almost went as well, but the leaders now are making their way to the water. Those 2 leaders, the 2 in your picture, Royal Judgement and Doddington Park. Coming now to jump the water, Royal Judgement takes off in front of Doddington Park, but there's barely half a length in it now. And these 2 have now gone several lengths clear of Queer Hours, who still shows in third. In 4th place is Besant, but that looks virtually out of it, as also is Ballygarvey and Fear. Meantime, after jumping the next, you saw the mistake that Doddington Park made at that fence. This horse who's been unbeaten so far this season, jumping the next, and again Doddington Park's jumping not nearly so good as Royal Judgement. Royal Judgement, the 2-to-1 shot now. And if jumping's going to win, and again Doddington Park almost went, and I think really, unless Royal Judgement slows to absolutely nothing, Doddington Park's really got it all to do. Royal Judgement, whose jumping has certainly been much, much better than the favourite Doddington Park. So as they make their way now to the pond fence for the final time, they've just got 3 fences left to jump in this novices chase, and it's Royal Judgement out in front. Royal Judgement partnered by Hywell Davies, with Jeff King persevering still, of course, on Doddington Park and closing again. Queer Hours, the only other one really left with any sort of chance at all, Anthony Webber. This is the 3rd from home. Royal Judgement over first. Doddington Park again had to jump very awkwardly to get over it at all. He really climbed up in the air. And as they make their way now to the final 2 fences, it's Royal Judgement with a lead of some 4 or 5 lengths now from Doddington Park. Queer Hours challenging hard over on the far side. Royal Judgement safely over in front. Little to choose for second and third between Doddington Park and Queer Hours, but racing now for the 17th and final fence in this novices chase. And it's Royal Judgement who's surely only got to jump the last to collect. He's clear. This is the final fence. He jumps it beautifully. Queer Hours takes it just second in front of Doddington Park, and there's nothing to choose between these two. Doddington Park, in fact, running on again in front of Queer Hours, but racing up towards the line. It's Hywell, Davies and Royal Judgement who are going to win the race quite easily in the end. Coming up near the line, this is the post now, and it's Royal Judgement the winner by about 8 lengths from Doddington Park over the line second. Queer Hours